fans to get to the Changzhou Olympic Sports Center, where we have seen straight games wins. Some of them quite surprising. Gosun Wat, Siobhan Lai especially. Up next is the men's doubles. Showball Fikri and Daniel Marthin. New combination against Rasmus Kjær and Søgaard, the number 8 seeds from Denmark. This is their part of the draw. You can see right at the top that they are going to play the winner of Man and Teo Go Izudin. That's happening right now on court 2. And it looks like Go and Izudin are going to take that. Ong and Teo still in the fight against Alfin and Ardianto. Hay and Ren, Astrup and Rasmussen also in this section of the draw. So here they come. And being men's doubles, what you can expect is a fast, furious and frenetic affair for sure. But of course, with a Danish pair on there, we have a very, very unique badminton insight sitting right next to me. First meeting between these pairs, and your take on Kjær and Søgaard, and I hope I'm saying that right.
You mean Kjær or Søgaard?
I knew it. I knew it. But as a pair, how are they?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
You want to start on this side? Okay.
well, they're basically an attacking pair. Fredrik Søgaard with the bigger smash of the two. Rasmus Kjær perhaps with some tricky shots, good disguised drop shot. Both of them good at the front court area without being dominant, but they're quite solid there.
Well, as I said, the only real results we have for any of these pairs is from their side. They were out in the second round last year. They were quarterfinalists at the Malaysian Masters. They were third at the European Championships and the German Open, and of course third in Canada as well. That was the US and Canada leg. As for the other side of the court, we have no information. Fikri used to play with somebody else, Maulana, and Karnando used to play with Marthin. And of course now they've switched those around. Now as a coach, as we said, it's always good to mix up your partnerships and kind of find the best possible option. But I thought you'd be doing that with players that have just started. I thought these were established partnerships, Karnando and Marthin and Fikri and Maulana.
No, I mean, you much rather create world beaters from two pairs that are already established.
I guess, yeah.
Because otherwise you have to go through the full development process here. They're already established top players, so they know a lot of stuff already.
Well, looking at their results so far,
and that's what we know, that they've beaten Liang Weikeng and Wang Chang on home soil yesterday, which must be one of the reasons that they created this pair or made this switch. They want to do something more.
Yeah. So 25-year-old Rasmus Kjær, Glostrup, Denmark, 14th is their current ranking. As I said, they've had a few good results. This, of course, would be one of the biggest ones for them if they could make semi-finals. The Super 1000 event. 27-year-old Fredrik Søgaard. There's their tournament results. Lin Bingwei, Su Ching Heng, 43 minutes, and then Lane and Vendi are actually quite a partnership, also in straight games. So haven't dropped a game all week. Fikri and Marthin. Let's find Søgaard in the big chair, umpire's chair, and he's going to be joined by Young Top, service judge position.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the right, Frederick Søgaard and Rasmus Kjær, Denmark. And on the left, Mohammed Soibul Fikri, Marthin, Indonesia. Frederick Søgaard to serve to Daniel Marthin. Love all. Play. Come. Oh. So it's over. 1 love.
Got a very good tumble serve from Mohammed Fikri.
So it's over. 1 all.
And one of the things worth mentioning is that you mentioned they were in the semi-final of Canada Open, Kjær and Søgaard, this year, but they made their sort of breakthrough, reaching the final in 2023 in Canada Open. That was sort of like their tournament where they felt like, hey, we can actually
go off and win
we
this.
can play, and we are allowed to be here. We belong on the circuit.
That is an important part, I'm guessing, in any player's career, to realize that they belong.
And then they got a couple of wins against Yang Wei Kung and Wang Chang as well. Quite surprising wins.
Well, men's doubles, I mean, you know, it's, for me, just one of those categories that keeps spewing out all sorts of different results.
There's no real established dominance in the men's doubles. And
let's not forget, of course, the rise of Satwik and Rankireddy. Haven't seen much of them recently. Aaron Chan Soyik have, of course, withdrawn from this tournament. He didn't turn up.
Soyik is
a little bit injured.
He's got surgery on a bone in his foot, so he's on the recovery trail. But we also know that Danes have played these two in different combinations, and it's 1-1 head-to-head between Daniel Marthin and his old partner Leo Canando and the Danes, whilst Fikri and Maulana, they're 1-0 up against the Danes.
That's why I see it just gets so complicated, doesn't it, when you switch these partners around in terms of the stats and the tail of the tape.
Yeah, and
I'm always following the tail of the tape, but there's actually
to figure out
two.
As an Indonesian coach or team manager, try to figure out what does Fikri bring to Marthin that Canando didn't have, and vice versa.
Yeah.
For Marthin, what does Fikri bring that? I think I messed it up there. But,
no,
you get the idea.
Well, yeah, as I said, it gets complicated when you start doing this. For the coaches, it's easy. But what does Fikri bring that Canando didn't? Fikri thing that Maulana didn't, and what does
yeah, exactly.
Marthin
what does Marthin bring that Maulana didn't? Good service return.
So it's over. 4-6.
And again, this battle around the drift, the Danes looking to get the initiative in the rallies, and because they're doing that, the Indonesians want to get the initiative to take it away from them. Indonesians not really known for a defensive men's doubles approach.
That's true. They like to score more than you.
Good block. That's well done.
Yeah.
First block from Kjær. And then Frederick Søgaard looking for the opportunity. But it really was Kjær's play to the front court that set it all up. super.
Service over. 7-6.
So 7-6 after the opening points have been scored. Not really any kind of development in terms of rallies.
Service over.
It's been
7
short
all.
points. In fact, 14 points in 4 minutes. It's good movement from the Danes. This is more like it. Well, they might not like defending, but there's
Good there.
Wow. I was about to say they've found themselves in a defensive pattern. That was quickly killed. Eight, 7.
8.
Oy, that's a missed opportunity by Rasmus Kjær.
9-7.
Got to be really ready with the racket in these playing conditions.
9-7. First 2-point spread. Straight to the floor.
Service over. 8-9.
Thomas Stavgaard to the left there, the men's doubles coach, and Jesper Hågaard.
Well, that was in.
It was called long.
Service over. 10-8.
So on the brink of the mid-game interval, however quickly we got here, still not really, apart from that one rally that we saw, still not really settling into any kind of rhythm yet. Both very wary, both pairs very wary of the other's abilities and weaponry.
Good service return by Fredrik
Service over.
Søgaard.
9-10. Wipe the board, please. Wipe the board, please.
Instructions from Thomas Stavgaard to let the front court player cover the cross whenever the Indonesians have it in the backhand side, and I think that's really good advice. That's classic Indonesian strategy in men's doubles, to play the opponent's backhand side if it's two right-handers or two left-handers.
That is a tricky thing to do. But smart.
Good flicker by Kjær. I love that he has the guts to do it on the fast side, the drift coming from the Danes towards the Indonesians. Good push.
Service over. 11-10. Interval.
So 11-10 at the break. And absolutely nothing between these two so far.
Dia jaga lurus tuh, nah coba dibatasin. Kalau udah agak bawah tuh gayanya begini, batasin. Sekalian nggak apa-apa. Ya.
So So back on court for the conclusion of game 1. And after some advice from the coaches, we'll see if either of these pairs are now going to be able to cut through their opponents and find a good area on court to harvest points. A good run of points. Right now it's just been tit for tat.
Good coverage by the Danes. There was that attempted try to target the Danes backhand side. Look at that good play by Rasmus Kjær. Not in a position, Kjær out of balance when he hits that and does not get the right angle on it. Swift takes it long. See, there's these crosses from the backhand. The Indonesians. Well played.
Oh, that was very well played. Just caught the Indonesian head just a little bit flat.
Thomas Kjær, the Indonesian coach. He almost got it back there. Daniel Marthin.
Looking at it, looking from that angle. But right now, very delicate game being played at the net, and the Danes are coming through with it.
Good challenge back at the net from Rasmus Kjær. He should have been alert to that. Mohamed Fikri, who normally is a fantastic front court player. Søgaard was looking for the flat cross again.
They're putting a lot of pressure. They're moving forward a lot and keeping the Indonesians on a defensive kind of awareness, stopping them from any kind of attacking.
Søgaard explaining exactly the situation we discussed earlier on, where Rasmus Kjær was a little bit out of balance. If you hit too powerful out of balance, where it's too flat, then they're going out of the back line. He used a little bit more foul language than I do, but nobody understands it anyway.
It's quite useful at times that Danish is not a widely accepted language. They're doing well here so far. They might only be 1 point up, but they're certainly trying to get on the attacking initiative.
Again, too big a swing from Kjær. Has to be a very, very short, crisp movement at the front court.
Combination of winners and errors from both pairs. That's led to this point-for-point evolution on the scoreboard.
Wonder if Søgaard, who made the error on the flick serve earlier, if he will try it again to Fikri. No.
Straight down.
The Danes are winning the service situation.
14.
Well, that's the first 2-point lead. 16-14. Very, very good start.
Good play.
Fikri's going to leave that well.
Now it's over. 15-16.
was a beautiful
16
tumble
all.
serve by Mohamed Fikri.
You did say that was one of his weapons. You see, well, 16 all, just right time to be pulling it out as well.
Another good one. Danes got out of trouble there. They were in dire straits.
17-16.
It's just such a micro detailed game that's being played right now.
Yeah, that's true, because it's so much about who gets the initiative in the service
on
situation.
first
So
four shots.
changes, variations, adjustments of 5 centimeters can make a huge difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Think of all the matches that we've watched so far today, this is the one that is really down to the microscope. You just get the feeling that both pairs are looking almost as if unlocking a safe. As soon as they do crack that code, they might just be able to.
Good play by the Indonesians,
17
getting
all.
it below the tape. Excellent serve from Daniel Marthin. If I'm correct in my eagle eye view from up here, the umpire called it unsighted, so that means Hawkeye will adjudicate. It was his line to call.
That means you've got better vision than the line judge and Hawkeye from up here. That means that's
He's got a 50% chance.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there is Hawkeye's call on it.
18-17.
So, still, just back and forth the whole of the first game. Now, sadly, in a sense, we have to have a winner of this game. 18-17, round about that time. Each of these pairs has the courage and the composure to close it out.
There was the disguised drop shot from Rasmus Kjær.
18 all.
Wow.
Well, it's a big smile there. He's very happy with that.
Yeah. Here it comes again. Oh, he slipped.
Totally flat-footed
Fikri.
him, yeah. Did slip though, tried to push off.
You can
just
see
had
there his
nothing.
left leg.
And that could be a very dangerous situation.
Super dangerous.
Wow, what a return. Well, I think they both know now that this game needs to be won.
19-18.
It's the first time that Fikri and Marthin have really been able to connect on a big shot off the return. And made it count. 19-18.
Really putting a lot of pace into those shots, Daniel Marthin. Unlucky with the last one.
19 all. Some games you wonder if it's going to go to extra points or not. This game, it's almost inevitable. And Fikri getting a bit of a reprimand. Saying that though, there probably was some moisture on that side of the court from his slip earlier.
Clever serve. But also good reply from Fikri.
So we move into game point territory, and the first one falls to Fikri and Marthin. And that's it, 21-19. First game, carefully won is how I'm going to put it, by the Indonesians.
De spiller skide godt. De spiller rigtig, rigtig fint her, ikke? Det er marginaler her.
Simpelthen udenom ham. Det er kun ham, der laver noget.
Ja, ja.
Den der, hvis vi kan, jeg ved godt, det er fucking svært. Men den skal væk fra ham, bare dreje den hen på dagen.
Ja, ja. Men vi ved til gengæld, hver gang vi returnerer der, så er det bare på stå sådan en anden, så den kommer ind over midten, ikke? Så det ved man, at vi skal i princippet spille på helt samme måde. Få den op, skære den ned foran her, lægge og prik, kom frem af banen her, ikke? De kan slet ikke bruge så mange tryk, som de har gjort mod os nu her. Så hvis vi kan få dumpet den ned under her, så ligger de og pisser den ud bag her, ikke?
Det var lidt bare samme.
Ja, fuldstændig det samme.
De griber jo også alle de flade der.
Ja.
Vi skal bare måske nogle af vores trykreturer med, så vi har mulighed for nu.
Vi kan helt sikkert trykke mod hjørnerne, og så stempler den frem, for de spiller over, så pisser de den ud, ikke? Ja. Så hvis vi ikke står, at de får lov at dumpe ned under, fordi så ligger vi og skal løfte. Men til så kan vi godt, hvis vi spiller an dernede, så kan vi godt have en enkelt overspring og ramme på de rigtige tidspunkter.
Sige, vi berani nhóm tadi nanganin apa?
So getting back on court for game two, and I have to ask Steen, what was it all about in the Danish camp?
Yeah, it was pretty much continuing what they've done so far. They feel that it should become a little bit easier for them to do these things, as they can now variate a little bit with some pushes on the returns, get it below the tape, and they want to get it away from Fikri. That must be on the front court, because that's where he's super dangerous on the back court. Not so much happens, but they've got to be a little bit
Proactive and
wary of Daniel Marthin as well if they're playing upwards, because his shots will come with a little bit extra pace here. And they're very focused on not getting in the defense, but so far unsuccessful.
Yeah, so far it's just been all defense from them.
Too low.
You're right, that extra drift factor in the doubles, giving that extra bit of power. The attack is going to help Fikri and Marthin, and it already is. Free Love is actually the biggest lead that we've seen all match.
And that's what Thomas Stavngård said to them. They can push forward, because the Indonesians are going to play it over the back line. Again, he used a little bit of foul language. I'm going to have a word with him when we get back to Denmark.
Så kom nu fremad, de kan ikke trykke den igennem midten.
Thank you.
I don't think you're going to wait till you get back to Denmark. I think it could be tomorrow. 3-1. rather 1-3. Straight down the middle again from Marthin. That's what you were talking about, Steve.
That was from Fikri, and that was important for the Indonesians because I think the Danes will want to flick him a lot to get him away from the front court. So super important that he sort of stands his ground.
Into lifts and are going long. Anything will do to claw back this deficit.
Søgaard standing too far back. He's lucky. He's fell below the top of the tape again. In the service situation, Søgaard is standing as if it's a normal playing situation, but it's not a normal playing situation. They have a very tough time pushing towards the corners, the Indonesians. He's got to take a foot forward and raise his racket.
Service over. 5-3.
Danes survived. Very difficult situation. The tumble serve from Fikri again, forcing a weak reply from Kjær, but they didn't manage to capitalize on it.
So 4-5. Danes would love a couple of good points off this serve.
By Fikri.
6-4.
Done a good job, the Indonesians, in the service situation here on the near side.
Just to confirm, it is, of course, Go and Sudirman. They'll be facing whoever wins this match.
Service over. 5-6.
Again, proved a very difficult pair to beat this week.
Beautiful play.
Attack there from Fikri.
Fikri is controlling the front court, and frustration from Kjær.
7-5. Fikri strutting his stuff at front court. What's got to be really concerning for the Danes is the fact that the Indonesians are now laughing. They're having a great time.
Yeah. But it's very, very specific instructions regarding to both the players and the drift and the Danish actions. And sometimes it can be really frustrating as a coach to see the players struggle to sort of go against what they've learned, but you've got to go against it a little bit here. You've got to have the guts to look completely stupid.
Be versatile to the point of looking utterly ridiculous if you need to. Yeah. But unlearning, as we know, is so very difficult at times. Oh, close. Good idea, but no.
7 on.
Maybe at least tied it up at 7. But as we saw from the first game, that is no indicator or marker that things are going to go well.
Big miss by Fikri. He'd done everything right up until then. Play initially by Marthin, dumping it into the middle of the court. Middle line below the tape, setting up Fikri.
Oh, helped by a little bounce on the nets.
And again, too passive a lift from the Danes. Look at this. Fikri gets help from the drift here, and a little bit from the top of the tape as well, I suppose. Yeah, that's a challenge from Daniel Marthin. I actually think it's closer than might look.
Challenge coming in.
It wasn't close at all.
That is
Challenge
very much out.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 9-8. 8.
We can see how both the Danes are moving forward here.
Yeah, they're trying their hardest to start pushing some pressure up at the front, but they're being caught out. Still 2 points ahead, moving into the second mid-game interval. It's a complicated affair, for sure.
It's a weak serve again from Søgaard. No, I beg your pardon, from Rasmus Kjær. It's a bit disappointing to see some players that are struggling with the serve and they're not attempting to play tumble serve.
11-9 at the break. And more coaching advice coming.
Lebih aktif jaganya, setengah depannya rapat gitu ya, speednya juga harus tambah. Kalau nggak nunggu-nunggu tuh kesantai jadi bola tanggung kadang ada desakannya, kadang ada batasan. Apa agak bagus itu, cuman speednya mah rapat tambahin ya. Pembukaannya variasi, serve-nya kalau udah ditongkrong geser dikit apa-apa. Ya cari serve ininya aja. Ya.
Sorry.
11-9. 8.
Well, a very important passage of play for Fikri and Marthin, being one game up. Even if it is short, sharp rallies, 1 point or 2 point, one or two shot rallies, I should say. They are going to try and overturn this 3-point deficit and push themselves into the last 4. The Danes, of course, to win this second game, force a third.
That's how much they can push. There was a lot of pace in that shot from Rasmus Kjær and still stayed in.
They have to get it over the net.
Yeah, I think Fikri could have left that one. I think it would have been wide right of the middle line.
Fundamentals in badminton. Get it over and in. Rally's beginning to open up a little.
14-10.
Again, those ends seem to be playing their part. And this is the biggest lead for the Danes that they've had.
Good coverage.
And it gets bigger.
15-10.
And that's the Danes' read that Daniel Marthin is not as dangerous at the net as Mohamed Fikri, but he's not really keen on standing at the net.
That's gone long as well. So this second game rapidly dissolving for Fikri and Marthin. 6 points back, and it just seems that every single point is as hard as possible to win.
Good play. Søgaard, good control by Fikri.
Service over. 11-16.
Oh, well, just crept in. No contest. There's a replay of it.
This is a situation where the Danes have to stay in this second game here. It's so easy to start thinking ahead, but it's Fikri with the serve, and that's dangerous. Wide.
13-16.
And now they're within striking distance again, the Indonesians.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's just 2 points now.
And
For a
that's,
second, it looked like they might be losing this second game.
yeah, and that's what I mean. The tumble serve from Fikri is really valuable.
Oh, that's nice vision from Marthin into the corner.
15.
Now it's just 1 point back. So, from what seemed to be a very stable platform, and they are 4 points ahead.
5 points ahead.
5 points ahead. 16-11. Fikri and Marthin have, well, sorry,
6 points maybe even.
I think it was 5. That's
6 points, 16-10.
16-10. Helped along there by the net as well, and that's tied it up at 16 all.
Yeah.
Sudden burst of energy and power. And luck.
Stopped the run of 6 straight points.
17-16.
Fikri a little bit upset there with his response.
Good serve from Søgaard. Nothing to do for Daniel Marthin. But played a little bit upwards. Look at that.
And it was beautifully killed back as soon as it came up a little bit too high. 18-16. And yeah, Søgaard looking a little bit more comfortable now. Actually, I don't think comfortable is the right word. Certainly going to be happy with the situation after that clawback of points by Fikri and Marthin.
18-16.
Well, are we going to have a third game for the first time today? opening session on quarterfinals day. Once again, don't forget, second session will be kicking off at about 5 p.m. local time. Fikri and Marthin still not done apparently.
Nice to put away by Søgaard there.
19-17.
Great shot there by Fikri.
Fantastic play.
Service over. 18-19.
He's so quick.
Yeah, Danish coaches don't look too happy with that, but he's so quick.
Would have gone long had he been able to get out of the way. Søgaard gets him on the left shoulder. Yeah, pointing, he knows it.
And 18-19. Very reminiscent of that first game. Yes, leads have been opened up in this second, but in the end, ultimately, we've come to the business end of it, and we're back where we are started.
This is where it's so nice to have the first game in the bag.
Yeah, gives you that extra bit of calmness. Oh, that was always going to be killed. I like the way Marthin slowed the rhythm of the point there. Just added that slight millisecond. It was right there. Comes back so high, and Fikri just marauding towards the front of the net. Kills it to the floor. 19 all. And it is dangerous, dangerous times, and a lot of pressure for Danes now. Oh, would you believe it? He's popped up. Marthin.
Beautiful awareness.
Match
Taking the
point.
pace out.
After 41 minutes. Just seems that they know when to turn things on. Always going to come back hard. Wow, they were desperate in defense in the end. 21-19, 21-19. And it was all about pressure in the end.
Extremely strong comeback. Winning 11 out of the last 14 points, and mostly thanks to Fikri's serve, where the Danes could not get on top of it.
And his wonderful performances at the net as well.
Yeah, and created some options for Daniel and Marthin as well.
So they are through to the last four.
21-19.
Fantastic performance from them. As we were talking about these new combinations, well, they have made their way through to the last four once again. And there's confirmation of it. 21-19, 21-19, 43 minutes. And Søgaard, Fikri and Daniel Marthin through to the last four. Welcome back to the Changzhou Olympic Sports Center and our live coverage of the China Open. The fans are having a great time here, as they have been all week, even though the weather has been a little bit different. And this is what the results have been from session 1. Just one match left to be played in this opening session, and it's the women's singles. Aya Hori, the number 7 seed, taking on Pornpui Chochuwong from Thailand. This is section 2 of the draw. As you can see, Akane Yamaguchi just finished her match against Malvika Bansot on court 2 and will now face Tomoka Miyazaki in an all-Japanese semi-final. And up here, it's going to be Wang Ji or Gao Fangji that's going to face the winner of this match.